we have Penny Reedy, as always, our Marketing and Communications Manager. Hello to everyone who watches us on Facebook. Love this show, and we are always entertained by this excellent team who stroll in and stroll out very quickly. The show flies past. Straight over to Penny. Welcome again, Vai.
Buongiorno, welcome Roberto. Lovely
Welcome
to
to
be
you.
here in your studio again.
I'm really keen to eat one of these really local apples, but I might hold back.
Oh, well, they are tasting delicious, and it's funny you say that because today we are talking all about apples. We've got our product of the week is apples because it's Adelaide Hills apple and pear season, and we have been talking about it a little bit and letting people know that they're available. But today we've even got with us a whole box of apples donated by Filsell's Apples, who are a fourth generation grower up in the Adelaide Hills, and they've been kind enough to donate these apples. And the thing with the apples at the moment is that it's been a really good season for growing them. The colour that we're seeing on the apples this year has been quite amazing, and then the flavours that we've been getting have just been tasting awesome as well. I think you kind of forget how good apples are. You kind of don't buy them for a while, but once you do put them back into your shopping trolley and you get a bite into a new season apple, you remember how good they taste. So it's a great season. If you haven't been putting any into your shopping, grab some, put some up. We've got so many varieties that are available. Sometimes people might get a bit confused with all the different varieties, Granny Smith, Royal Gala, Fuji, and also there's different brands of varieties as well. So you've got things like Rocket, Missile, Kanzi, Jazz. There's so many different. So if you cannot find one that you don't like, maybe you should kind of challenge yourself and buy one of each brand the next time you're in your local fruit and veg store and try a few of them out, because they do have quite different flavors, the different brands, etc. So, if you're always just buying Granny Smith or always buying Royal Gala, try a Kanzi, try a Fuji, I had the other morning on the market floor, I had a Missile apple, and they're just quite a small apple. It's funny, I don't know why they're naming them Missile.
Surely a Missile apple is an explosion of flavour.
I know, well, there you go, an explosion of flavour. That must be where it all comes from. But they tasted amazing, and they're just a smaller apple, so it's kind of like great for a snack.
Okay.
So the picking up in the Adelaide Hills at the moment, and this week they're picking the Pink Lady. It's actually the most popular line of apple, and that's being picked in the Adelaide Hills now. So
can you say that again for me slowly? A Pink Lady is the most popular?
Yes,
okay.
It's the most popular line of apple, and that's being picked this week in the Adelaide Hills. So so there's plenty of them around. People love their Pink Lady apples, and they are there. So the way that apple seasons work is that they do the picking and they do go into storage so that they can kind of release them over the next few months so that we're getting them. But right now they're fresh off the tree. These were picked yesterday. So the lucky person that wins these, it's come off the tree yesterday, and it can be in their fruit salad bowl tonight, which is awesome. Other varieties that are around as well, the red love apple, I think I introduced that to you last year.
Yeah.
So they're back on the floor as well.
Okay.
And the red love apple is red on the outside as well as on the inside, and they're great for your platters. Like, they're really good colours. Mm-hmm. They're quite a tart apple. They're really good dipped in chocolate, and they do happen to do one that's
how we tried it last year.
That's how we tried it. But also, like, trying apples, like, people, they're great for lunch boxes, great as a snack, but you can also put them into savoury dishes. We had Callum Hahn, who's our brand ambassador, did a live cooking show on Facebook for us last year, and he made an apple coleslaw and added shredded apple into his coleslaw, and it was a great addition to do that. We all know traditionally apples are great in apple tarts and all the sweet things, but you can also put them into savoury dishes as well. So, if you haven't tried them yet, and pears, there's a lot of pears around as well. And Callum did a great poached pear recipe for us that's on our website. So that's a really good one as well. Plenty of apples around. And did you hear about our strapple that we launched last week?
No.
Normally
I'm all over your material, but last week I'm going to say strapple. I'm excited, but no.
So on Thursday, the 1st of April, we launched a strapple, which was a Adelaide Hills world exclusive variety. It was an apple, a red apple that you bite into it and it tastes like a strawberry. So we took Callum Hahn up to the Adelaide Hills to meet our grower.
So not an April Fool's Day prank.
It maybe was. But for those
There
who
were some
thought
good ones.
it's interesting that people have been asking us for a strap-on.
Where can you get it?
They thought, where can we get it? And it tasted like it sounded like a great idea.
Good to me.
One of the growers thought that the storage might be a bit of an issue. How could you possibly keep it? But we've been having a bit of fun this apple and pear season.
I like it. Good on you.
Anything to kind of get the publicity about that it's out there and available is what we've been all about. Even have a look on page 45 of the Advertiser today. We've got Callum Hahn, a full page spread there with Callum talking about autumn flavours and autumn seasons and some of the different things that you can do with apples as well.
Well done to you. And just to say to the people who thank me that sometimes we don't get to talk to you about, but who really appreciate the show, then that the show gives them an update on what's fresh and seasonal. And it's important to let people know that you've got that promo again in the Advertiser, page 45 today, with Callum Hahn, who's a great ambassador for your products. And obviously we love having you on board also. That brings us to now the very important time of the program where we do what?
A giveaway. We love giving away. So we're really fortunate. So we do have amazing growers of apples in the Adelaide Hills, and Filsell is one of those families. Like I said, they're a fourth generation of grower. And we really love this family. They're a great family, and it's great to see generational farmers as well.
Love it.
So like I said, these apples were literally picked yesterday and transferred a special box down to the markets this morning that we picked up. And for one lucky person, they're going to have a whole box of Pink Lady apples donated by Filsell's Apples. So we love a good giveaway. So for a question today, we've been talking a lot about apples, so we thought if you just ring up and name a variety of apple that's grown in Adelaide Hills, and the first person that calls through on the studio number, 83407700, will be the winner of this great box of apples. So
ring now, name any Adelaide Hills apple variety. Give us a call here at Radio Italiana on 83407700, and we'll be right back. Thank you very much. Ritorniamo qui. We are back here at Studio Sanremo, Radio Italiana 531, and we are with our guests today, Penny Reedy, the Marketing Communications Manager for Pick a Local, Pick SA campaign and the SA Produce Market. In the really appreciates, and he checks in with me as well. So, sorry, very quickly, you can announce the winner of our Filsell apples.
Congratulations to Rosa.
Thank you. Very popular this morning. We had lots of calls, so thank you again. Keep listening. It's a great program. So again, Penny, over to you. We've mentioned today in the Advertiser, page 45, there's a great spread on your products and Callum Hahn and his what to do with apples. But over to you, fruit and veg update. Here we go.
Absolutely. So what's in season for fruit? We love to eat. What's in season? What's local? Keeping money in the pockets of growers and the pockets of South Australians. So we've already talked about the apples, and we know there's lots of them available, and pears as well are also in season. Now there's some really interesting grapes that I found on the market floor this week, and if you haven't tried them, look for this grape. It's called an Autumn Crisp. So it's a variety from the Riverland. It's a green seedless, and it's oversized, so it's actually kind of two bites of a grape. It's not just pop one in. It's quite an oversized, and it's crisp, almost a crunchy. So when you bite into it, you get a bit of a crunch out of it. So it is a premium product. You will pay a little bit more for them. But if you want to try something new, something different, they are grown here in the Riverland. So try an Autumn Crisp grape. They are tasting amazing and great on your cheese platters. Speaking of cheese platters, which I love to talk about, do you see I have a bit of an affinity for them?
Local cheese in particular, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yes. Utter delight. So I was actually at the Barossa Cheese Company on the weekend.
Yes, I've been there, lovely.
So figs are available as well, and they're really great on your platters. But figs are great for lots of different things, for jams, etc. Really good-looking pomegranates at the moment from the Riverland. A superfood. They're really great in salads. They just look great. So if you haven't tried one before, try a pomegranate. I like to kind of talk about not our kind of standard apple, pears and bananas, but try and introduce some new varieties.
Yes, because they're there, absolutely.
And have a think about something different. Another thing that perhaps is not in the common shopping list is a persimmon. Do you ever buy persimmons?
I don't buy them. My dad's got a tree. I'm lucky. But they are very popular in the Italian community as in persimmons and kaki, or cassis. But yes, they're coming along soon too. But persimmons are very popular.
Yeah, so we had, last time I was in, we had the Fiu variety that were on the market floor, and now we're starting to see the Aizu persimmons. So they're also a non-stringent variety, which means that they can be eaten while they're still hard. You can just crunch into it like an apple, which is what I did when I picked one up off the market floor this week. But they're a really good autumn fruit, and I really like the colour of them. They're just such a great colour. It just reminds you of autumn. So citrus, we're still a little bit away from the South Australian citrus season, and we actually had someone ring up before asking about fruit picking jobs, and there is plenty of them still available in the Riverland. Even in the Adelaide Hills, I was talking to a grower the other day that said, you know, there's been people coming out of retirement to get that fruit picked off of the trees. So if you are looking for fruit picking jobs, PIRSA, the PIRSA, the website has some details about seasonal fruit picking jobs and relocation packages. So the Riverland will be looking for pickers coming up when that fruit needs to start coming off the trees in probably not till the end of May, June is the South Australian citrus season. But it doesn't mean we can't enjoy citrus, because I did actually see some mandarins that came in from New South Wales, and they did taste really, really good. So I know there was quite a few sold at the markets last Friday, so you will be seeing them in your retailers. They are New South Wales grown, but they do taste really good. I've been talking about the strawberry season coming to an end, but I was actually corrected. So Mount Barker strawberries say that they will actually still have supply until the June long weekend.
That is fantastic.
So it's good to know that, you know, South Australian grown, because I'm very partial to a South Australian grown strawberry. I think they just taste delicious, and Mount Barker strawberries are great suppliers. So look out for your Mount Barker strawberries. You'll still be able to get them through until June. And avocados, the Hass avocados are back on the market floor. So for those that aren't a fan of the Shepherd avocado, it's okay. Calm down, avocados, people. The Hass avocados are back for your smashed avos for your breakfast.
Absolutely. Well done. Yes. On to veggies.
So Brussels sprouts. Now, I'm not a fan of Brussels sprouts, but many people love the mini cabbage, and they are grown in the Adelaide Hills. So they are in season. So if you are looking for Brussels sprouts, apparently, if you like them, which I don't, but anyway.
You can't say that.
They are tasting really good. They're fresh. They're in season. I'm sure they're very, very healthy for you. And then in the next couple of weeks, we will also see the kaleets coming out, which is the hybrid between the Brussels sprout and kale. I know people wait for that, and they want to know when it's coming in season. Great local Adelaide Hills grown product. Also on your vegetables, we've got plenty of supplies of capsicums, green, gold and red are available. Plenty of pumpkins coming from the Riverland. So as the weather cools down, we might start to look for, you know, our roasts and our sweet
risottos,
our pastas,
pizza,
soups, etc. So if you're doing a roast, there's plenty of pumpkins around, plenty of sweet potatoes. Chuck them into your roast. And also, I was talking to a grower at the markets who does parsnips, and they're grown out in Virginia. And there's one grower that's a great that's what he specialises in, and they're grown all year round. So they don't come into season, out of season. They're there all year round. But as we're looking at roasts and soups and stuff, your parsnips are grown.
We may have a chat about that. I've got a
family
family member that exclusively grows parsnips as well.
There you go.
Only in sunny Salisbury North, near Virginia.
There you go.
Maybe the same person. Maybe.
Yeah, so plenty of vegetables around for your roasts and your soups as the weather starts to come a little bit cooler, and we change our cooking styles around.
Look, it's a great time of year. The seasons are changing. Obviously, the slow cookers are starting to come back out of the cupboards. It's a great way to use veg as well. Pop them in later after your meats have been braising away for hours and hours. The fruit, cheese platters still. There'll be nice sunny days, cool nights. Chestnuts.
Yes, I have seen some chestnuts on the floor as well. You beat me to that one, actually. Yes, so they are available and they're in season as well. I've definitely seen them in the market, so you'll start to see them at your fruit and veg store or your Pick a Local, Pick SA store. So
Pick a Local, Pick SA stores nearly on every street corner. Many of our station sponsors are also Pick a Local, Pick SA growers. Our good friend John at St Bernard Fruit and Veg always gets a mention here. There's so many of them to choose from. Check them out. Great variety today. There is so much on offer, and so much of it is locally grown. We are so lucky to be here enjoying the fruit and veg of our local growers. Most of them multi-generational growers, a lot of them from Italian backgrounds. Even if they're not, it doesn't matter. Apples, pears, grapes, figs, pomegranates, persimmons, mandarins, strawberries and avocados. That is such a great combination of flavours for cheese platters, just even tasting platters of fruit after dinner. And veg, we're coming into the cooler months. Great cooking, Brussels sprouts, colettes, can't wait, capsicums always required, pumpkin, sweet potato, parsnips all year round. And of course, other staples like potatoes are always there. Always there.
And I guess one of the things with all those fruits that are available, we have had, a bit of miscommunication about what you can take in your lunchbox to schools, etc. And I mentioned that Mount Barker strawberries will be available until June. Strawberries are one thing that you can put into lunchbox no matter what zone you're in. They are not a fruit fly host in metropolitan South Australia. So, for those that are saying, oh, I can't put fruit in my kids' lunchbox, you can definitely put some Mount Barker strawberries into your kids' lunchboxes when they go back to school. Or otherwise, there's all these fruits available. If you're not sending it to kids in their school lunchboxes, or you're not taking to work in your lunchbox, there's a great variety there to have like a special fruit platter when you get home from school, isn't there?
Absolutely, and with school holidays around and lots of nonnas and zias looking after kids, strawberries from Mount Barker Strawberries still available until the June long weekend. Great product available in all your Pick a Local, Pick SA stores. Check them out. Penny and team, again, thank you for another great, spectacularly fast program.
I know, it goes so quick. We have so much fun with you, Roberto.
And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time. So to the Pick a Local, Pick SA team, I say to the community out there, shop local, support local growers, and our station sponsors, of course. We look forward to seeing Penny and the team in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks, Penny.
Ciao.
Ciao.